Hello, my convicts and convicts. Yes, it is Convict bringing you guys and gals a new video. So today we're going to talk about, as you can see here, the Gamesir. The Gamesir is called a Cyclone Pro. I will try to remember this time to link it in the description below. I didn't last time. That was my fault, so that's on me. But yeah, I want to come back and talk a little bit about this. I've been playing with it for a little bit now and kind of wanted to give you my honest impression of this controller and what it's been like. I've been playing with it since I've had it, and that's the only controller I've been using. I haven't even touched my other controller since, and been playing with it a little bit to kind of get a gist of what's good, what's bad about it, what I didn't like, what I did like, so on and so forth. So without further ado, here we go. So if you don't know what the Gamesir is, it is this controller right here. White controller. It has a button on the bottom. Two, obviously, offset thumbsticks, as you can see. Buttons on the back. They're pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that, but there's two buttons here and here. I don't know if you should be able to see that from here. Hard to see from my screen because it looks really white. And then you get the wire. Obviously, the wire is not very long. That's one thing. Obviously, the wire is not very long. That fits. I don't know if this works with another wire either. I'd have to double check. I haven't actually tried that since I had the other problem. I also had someone messaging me about it saying, how did you get the wire to work? Because they've got one and they didn't know how to do it either. I was like, well, I'm not 100% sure. I just pressed all the buttons on the front on here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And I just pressed these and it just started. I also did the Windows update. I also checked Device Manager as well. And checked that for updates and stuff, and it just seemed to fix itself eventually. So I'm not 100% sure. Maybe what it might have been is the update on the phone, possibly. So if they message me back, or I might send them a message again, it could be that when I connected my controller to the Gamesir, I can't remember if I actually did that before or after. It did run an update that I needed to update the controller through, and it does it through Bluetooth. When you connect to the device, which you can see here on screen, which I've got through the Windows Companion phone app, which brings up everything that's happening on my phone. On here, like if I tap sticks on my phone, look, it goes to sticks on here, and so on and so forth. And as you can see, oh, I don't want to play that. No, I don't want to play that. No. Thank you. I don't want to play that. I'll cut that bit out. If you hear me saying no, it's probably because I've cut it out. Right. So, yeah. And that's how, obviously, you can go around and use this phone app. Really, really cool. The one that's down at the bottom here is called the phone link. And then you just basically go in there. You can link and use your phone and anything you can play. So if you wanted to play mobile games and record them on OBS, there you go. That's how you do it. Thank you very much. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into this. So, first of all, there's a couple of things that were a little bit weird that stopped happening now that were happening before. I'm not 100% sure what it was, but the more I used it, eventually stopped doing it. And let me explain. So, number one, when you press the triggers here, the color on the Gamesir changes color. I don't know if you can see that. It should be it's green and then it goes white when you pull the trigger. Now, I was having a weird thing. Sometimes it still does it on occasion, not all the time. And I think it's because I might have reset the triggers back to its original. So I'll explain how I did that as well. But it was aiming and I couldn't unaim. And you click the aim and then it would unaim. So it's kind of like it was getting confused, as if it thought I was aiming when I wasn't aiming, and it would just go into aim and not let go. And then as you tap it, it would release and then it would stop doing it. But then every so often it would just do it for no reason. I don't know what was going on with it. One thing I did notice when I talked about the sticks, I talked about being able to add like a dead zone or like hair triggers. And I put the first part to the left, which I'll show you in a moment. And then right, I moved along. Actually, I'll show you now while I'm here. So you can see the layouts. You can see what I've got. I've got A and Y, which is not correct. For some weird reason, the layouts do swap sometimes. I don't know how, but before I had to put it in the Switch layout, which was this layout here, to get it to do the proper layout, which was like the Xbox layout here, instead of that being jump and that being punch. That's jump, that's punch. And it's so weird because all of a sudden it's decided that that is the correct layout. Again, I don't know if it's because of the update, but yeah, it's gone now to the proper one, which is the Xbox one, not the Switch one. So if you ever have problems and your buttons are the wrong way and A and B is in the wrong place, and it's actually playing like that, then just switch between each one and one of them will be the correct place. It's not a problem. It's just a little bit of an annoyance how it does it, but like I said, it's fixed it now. It could be something that I did in Steam as well. In Steam, I went through all the controllers and I enabled all the controllers in Steam and put down Steam, enable Steam overlay or whatever it's called, so it can pick its own Steam mappings and stuff. And I think that might have fixed it as well. I don't know. So yeah, we got that fixed. Obviously, we've got jump and we've got triangle on there, which is why to do plating. And obviously get the low battery warning as well. So we go over to the sticks. Pass me the wire then, sweetie. 2 seconds, everybody. There you go, darling. So yeah, once you go on to the next one, onto sticks. Now, this is one I want to talk about. The left stick on the controller is a little bit weird. What I mean by it is that it doesn't function, or it's hard to explain it. It's like, you know, if you know how you've got the normal north, east, south, west. Well, if you were to go northeast, the controller behaves a little bit odd, that it feels slow or sluggish to go from north and then go northeast. So it's like as if north you're running, then you go northeast and you go into like a weird slow walk, and you can tell the difference. And it's like, what's he doing? It feels a bit weird. And I had that problem for a little bit in it. However, as you can see here, what I've done is I've put the left stick down to 50% and it's eliminated that problem altogether. So now it feels extremely responsive and I'm not having that issue anymore. So if you do decide to get this controller, that might be something you need to do. If you do play car games and it needs to use the left thumbstick, though, just be aware of that, because that might be something where you might need to put it back to 100%. I'm not too sure what it was. It just felt really weird. It's a bit like the old PUBG of you walking forward and you get to the door and you'd be like, this, like, go forward, I want to go in the door. It just felt really weird, like as if it's not a circle sort of zone, it's more like a cross. And it just didn't feel very good when you're going northeast, southeast, and what have you. Any corner ways, it just felt like you were like walking corner ways. It felt really weird and odd. Again, like I said, that the problem's been fixed easy enough with that. The right stick, I left it as it is because I've got no problems with the right stick in terms of diagonal and all that. So all that's good. That's all the problem is. So if you ever have any issues, then obviously that's how you fix it. Triggers, again, this is one of the reasons why I changed this back, because I've enabled the quick shot trigger. So you got left trigger, right trigger. However, the other things at the top, you want to be aware. You can put it down to 0. That's not a problem. It could be one of the reasons why it's activating, but I'm not sure if it's that or not. Or it's the one at the end, 100%. You don't want to be moving this 100% on here and going, when I can grab hold of it, going down. You want to leave it at 100%. If you enable the quick hair triggers, as you can see here, it will turn from analog to digital. So make it more like micro switches. So if you're obviously shooting anything like that. So yeah, do that and that'll fix that problem. I've just left it as it is, and it's been absolutely fine. I've not had no problems with aiming or anything anyway, and I've got the hair trigger anyway, so it's responding straight away. I just thought maybe if moving 100% down to 0 would make them like super fast and responsive. I think at times it's just randomly doing stuff, so you could probably move them to maybe 50%, possibly, but you know, obviously if there's any problems. If you want, obviously, the quick fire triggers, just enable these two options, left and right hair trigger, and it does activate them in that way. And last one, vibration. I don't touch this. I haven't used it, so I don't know if there's anything specific with this. I've always wondered about the force left trigger vibration. Like the grip. I think it's a grip. It says here right grip vibration level and try trigger vibration. I'm not sure what the trigger vibrations do. I'm assuming it's kind of similar to if you're pulling the L and R, maybe you get like a vibration level with it. I could do probably try and turning that on and seeing what that does. So I'll turn them both on. I'll put them up to max level. I'll put them up to max level. I don't normally use the trigger thing anyway. And then you've got the sync left and sync right trigger vibration. Again, I don't know what that does, to be honest. So play with that if you want. I'm just going to leave it like that. And there you go. So, yeah. Do I recommend it? I actually do recommend this controller. It's actually really, really good. It feels really, really good in hand. Connects to your mobile, so you can play mobile games on it as well if you want to do that. I haven't done that. The buttons on the back are very, very big and very easy to press. Laying down and getting up is very, very responsive. I've not had any problems with any of the buttons or anything. I've been playing with it wired since, but the Bluetooth, when I did play test with it that a little bit, was really, really good and responsive as well. Like, extraordinarily fast and responsive. No, I couldn't tell, more or less, response between it. Obviously, just be close to your device. But I do recommend always, obviously, having your controller wired. You see, it's the fastest response way of doing something. So, yeah, other than that, not a problem, not a problem. And this is obviously the beginning page of the app where you can obviously, you're going to play like Apex or anything or any sort of like mobile games. And you can do your gamepad tests here if you've got it connected to the controller, which to the mobile phone, which I haven't. And then you've got the firmware upgrade here you can do as well. And as you can see, there's no updates as it was updated before. And yeah, there we go. So that is what it's called, the Gamesir Cyclone Pro. Definitely recommend it. It's a very, very good controller. And the options and the thing to be able to do on mobile is really cool. You can even do it on the fly. So while you're connected like this with Bluetooth to your mobile, you're already connected to your controller. So anything you change on the controller, full control will send directly to your controller. If I change any of these settings on here, any of the mappings which I've shown before, change maybe like the R4 here, change it to Y instead of jump, which I prefer as jump, then you could do it while the phone's open and you're playing on your controller while your controller's wired to your PC. As long as obviously you got the Bluetooth enabled on your mobile phone and you've signed in, you've logged in and you've done the sync with your controller to your phone at the beginning, you never have to do anything else. You can leave your mobile app open at all times. Ding, ding. That's it. Done. Don't have to unplug. Don't have to press a button. Don't have to do anything to your controller. Just press on it like so, and that is done. Press on it like so, and then it's done. Simple as that. And that is easy as it is. And this is just £50. I think it was 50, it was either 50 or £59. Very, very cheap. And for something that is more or less kind of like has the config of almost of an Acon or similar to the Pro controllers for £50-60. Who's grumbling? I can't grumble at that. That's insane. So yeah, but I will get back with this one as well and playtest a bit more with this one. I haven't done it as much. I've been enjoying this one too much to play on this one. But I'm glad I've got both controllers anyway. $24.99 for that one. This one was £50-60. They have sold out pretty fast, especially on the other one, the $24.99. I actually had to go find another link for that one because that one I bought mine from actually sold out. But there is other ones where you can buy where it's similar pricing. Obviously, you're going to get different vendors giving you different pricing for it. Nothing absurdly high, but you do need to look around a little bit to try and get the best controllers. But yeah, very, very good. I've had no issues, problems with it, apart from obviously what I've said with the weird sort of like looking down sight for no reason. It did fix. I think what it was, I accidentally activated the turbo mode, which I don't know how to do. Again, I don't know how to do that because I don't use turbo. I'm not a cheater. I might have activated it and then made it left trigger to be the activate. And again, like I said, with the triggers, what I did before is I actually had the triggers all the way down here to 1. And then that was causing me an issue. I'll play test with that a little bit again, see if it happens again. Or I think that's what was causing the issue of the triggers just randomly aiming or shooting and doing weird stuff that was messing up. But yeah, if you want obviously the quick shot triggers, just put these 2 at the bottom on. And like it says, the enabling them will turn them from analog to digital, and it makes them into micro switches. So it's a lot more responsive and faster in terms of aiming and stuff. But other than that, I've not had no issues. I've had no issues with like dead zones or like a weird sort of programmed into the controller dead zone, which some controllers can have and you can't get rid of it. I kind of thought with the $24.99 that might have one. I'll double check, but that's what I kind of felt with that controller. I don't believe it does, but I need to test it on Fortnite because Fortnite is the one I was having problems with. With this one, I had no problems at all, but with the other one, I had problems where it felt really odd, like it was going like a hexagon rather than a smooth circle. And you're doing very, very small, smooth rotations to see if there's any sort of weird inconsistencies with the actual thumbstick itself. That one seemed to be weird. This one's been okay. But again, I had settings on in Fortnite I forgot about, and that could have been what was causing that issue. So I need to retry that controller without that, and then I'll let you know if there's any issues with that. Anyway, there you go. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Maybe consider joining. It's just $1.99, gives you access to emotes, badges, giveaways, charity work, and yeah, priority in the game as well when we're doing custom games and stuff, or playing alongside in multiplayer games. So there you go. Anyway, it is Convict signing out. As always, I salute you, my convicts, convict. Salute to you, my elites. Keep staying beautiful, keep staying you, and keep staying Nina-ish, because Nina is insane, and Nina's been dropping so many gifted subs. Again, salute to Nina, our elite. And please, if you do ever get gifted, do obviously message that person, or just put a quick message up saying thank you very much for that. I have done it for Doc Hendricks. Doc did ask me to pass it on, and I said, yeah, I'll say to Nina that he said thank you. So salute to you, Doc, and yeah, salute to you, Nina, as well, for the gifting. Right, here we go. Off we go. Off we trot. Off to bath and get ready for bed now.